Salesforce AppExchange Security Review. Okay, today we're putting on our senior advisory partner hats to dive into what it actually takes to pass this thing.
So let's just shatter a common myth right out of the gate, right? A clean scan absolutely does not mean your app is ready. I hear this all the time, but automated scanners actually have massive blind spots. They miss those hidden vulnerabilities that human reviewers are specifically trained to catch.
Now, you might be wondering why the extreme rigor. Well, think about it. Your app's installed directly into other companies' environments. You are accessing highly sensitive customer data. The bar is high on purpose. It's an absolutely essential protection. It's designed to ensure that third-party packages never leak, corrupt, or expose that critical data.
So what actually gets apps rejected? Well, the #1 culprit, by far, is missing CRUD and field-level security enforcement. Because as we know, Apex runs in system context by default, right? So it just quietly ignores normal user permissions. If your code doesn't explicitly check access using precise methods, we're talking with security enforced, strip inaccessible, or manual is accessible checks, you will fail. No way around it. But actually, the human reviewers don't stop there. They are actively hunting for injection vulnerabilities, missing with sharing declarations, and insecurely stored secrets, which means you absolutely must use named credentials instead of hard-coding API keys. Add in insecure external callouts or, accidentally leaking sensitive data into your logs, and your app is going to be flagged immediately.
Now, we really need to understand the fundamental difference here. Automated scanning is really just your first pass, and it's going to produce false positives that you have to actively triage and document. The human review goes significantly further. They're catching architectural flaws and logic gaps that the scanner is quite literally blind to. Relying on the scanner as your final verdict, that is a guaranteed rejection, for sure.
So what's the fix? The definitive prescription for success is actually pretty simple. Build for the review from Sprint 1. The pattern that actually works isn't some desperate security push right before submission. It's adopting secure by default practices continuously. I mean, if you're checking permissions on every single read and write, and you're binding your queries from day one, you completely remove the stress from this whole process. It's a total game changer.
Ultimately, you really want to make the review a confirmation, not a rescue project. So ask yourself, are we just building features to hit a deadline, or are we engineering a product that can withstand the highest level of scrutiny? Codiot, your product engineered properly. I highly recommend you read the complete checklist at Codiot.com to get your team prepared. Thanks for hanging out with us, and remember, start building with security in mind today.